Okay, now I'm gonna make another video today. This will be my second one today. Now, if I'm making this isn't Naruto, it's Bleach videos. There is gonna be a reverse side of this coin, and it's very likely gonna be called the same thing. But I will mention probably with a dash mark that it's the reverse side. Like I'll be talking about the Naruto portion of this argument, and let me just basically tell you what the argument is. I think that this is Naruto, it's Bleach. I think Bleach has room to get better. That's what I'm trying to say. Bleach can get even better, much better. Naruto can't. I think Naruto is about as loved as it's ever gonna get. Naruto's got all the love it's gonna need. It's got all of it. It doesn't need any more love. That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't feel that Naruto can get any better. I think Bleach can. Here's one reason. This is gonna be a video invested in one reason Naruto will not get any better. Naruto versus Sasuke is going to happen, and that's largely a reason why it's not going to get any better. Very largely a reason. It's so much of a reason now that there was a kid. Now you may not know about this. He was kind of locally when I used to live near Detroit. So that you probably don't know about this, more likely than not, but when I lived near Detroit, there was a kid. Now I don't know if the news ever got a hold of this information, but he went to my school. I lived about 10, 15 miles out from Detroit, and there was a school in the middle of the country that a bunch of kids I knew went to, because it was a private school. It was not like one of those crappy public schools. But like, I'm not saying that the public schools in Detroit are bad. I'm just saying like 90% of them aren't very good for like good schooling and such. So I just kind of went to this school. Now, when I got there one day, a kid I knew who watched Naruto, I just didn't really talk to him very much. He said that he had pretty much lost any reason to read Naruto except for the Naruto versus Sasuke fight that he wants to see. I said, that's not much of a reason to watch it. And he said, I don't care. I'm still going to watch it just for that. And I said, okay, whatever. Then a couple weeks ago, I heard about this from a friend. I do not live there anymore. For about 3 months now, I have not lived there. I live in a totally different state now at that. But the big thing is that that kid, I heard that when he saw Sasuke, and he saw how far away he was from Naruto, the fact that he's not going to Naruto, he dropped the Naruto series, and he took all of his books from the Naruto series and started ripping them in half. Now, I'm not necessarily sure how my friend knew this. He may have just expressly stated that he's done with the series. He may have talked about him ripping the books in half. But like that, this is just an example of what this can do to people. Another fight that did a lot of stuff to a lot of people that it really shouldn't have. Sasuke versus Itachi. There was a guy. Okay, now clearly, he was a little bit messed up. I'm not gonna lie, but just the fact of the matter is that what he did was not necessary. It was not what needed to happen. It just was not needed at all. What this kid did was he found out, like, he'd stopped reading Naruto for a little while. His favorite character was Itachi. He didn't have much to rely on but manga. Like, he was said to be bullied at school. He didn't have very many friends. He was known to read manga throughout his school. Like, he was known for how much he read manga. And this is basically all anyone ever knew that he did. Like, just read manga. That's all they ever knew he did. And the big thing that pissed me off was that I heard that when a kid started making fun of him one day, and he went home. He lives in Russia, by the way. I want you to understand that. There's a lot of prejudice in Russia. Unless you live in St. Petersburg or Moscow, as many people will tell you, Russia sucks. It's not a fun place to live in at all. There are a couple small cities that are like barely on the map that are okay, but otherwise you don't want to go to Russia and just like live unless you live in St. Petersburg, more so than Moscow. But Moscow's okay too. When I heard about this, he went home and he started reading Naruto again. He read up to the point and Itachi died. His favorite character was Itachi. And he killed himself. He committed suicide over it. Now we know he committed suicide over it because he kind of, I think, hinted at it in a message that he left his parents. Now, the kid who committed suicide over this, it was complete and utter waste of time. Like, I don't know how we can get so obsessed with a fight that we don't know is going to happen. Like, now we didn't know Itachi or Sasuke was going to happen. How we can get so obsessed with the battle and absorbed into it and think who we know is going to win. And we let the prejudice of this world, we let greed, envy, like prejudice, all that stuff get in the way. And when you come home and you read a chapter, no matter how screwed up you are, you should not let who wins that battle determine whether you kill yourself or not. When Itachi died, the kid committed suicide and hinted in a message he left his parents that is why he did it. Every time I hear this story, I hear it a different way. Now, this is the way I'm going to keep it because this is the way I remember hearing it originally. Now, there was one of these for Bleach. There's been one of these for One Piece, and this is the third one for Naruto. There was also one for, I want to say, Fairy Tail. There was even one for Fairy Tail, guys. I even think maybe Death Note. I really think there was a guy committed suicide over Death Note when Light lost. When spoiler, Light dies. Okay. Ryu writes his name. So the big thing is that in the span of it all Kishi's trying to do is write a story and tell it damn well. But we turn it into this obsession, this thing where if this does not happen, we get upset for like a week and we treat everyone like trash around us. We get all prejudiced, we start yelling, we start screaming. We want everything to be perfect just for us. Well, okay, now if we get what we want, this group of people that wanted this gets all pissed. And you can't, it's not his fault either. Don't go saying like, okay, well, if Kishi just doesn't write this or doesn't make this, that's going to solve the problem just so much more. No, it's not. It's not going to solve the problem any more than it already has. Like, the problem's already there. It's not going to change. More than likely. It will not change. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that to say that to get obsessed with a fight, so much so that we have people committing suicide over certain people losing, no matter how much prejudice you go through. I just want people to remember this. Okay, now let's say you were gay. Okay, now you're walking through a market, and someone you know from school says, like, makes a comment about you being gay. Do you take that offensively or not? Now, I know people that would say absolutely not. I know myself, being the robust, like, little guy I'm like 100% average height. Like, I am no taller, no shorter than normal kids are. So when I can say that if this kid is taller than me, knowing my past fights, I would probably win. Now, like, I have fought a kid before. There was a kid named, I'm not going to say his name, but there was a kid who was told falsely that I made a racist remark about black people, and he beat me, and he tried to fight me over it, and I beat him. and like he was so shocked that I beat him, like it kind of blew him away for some reason. I don't know why he was so shocked. Like I think he kind of just thought because I was white I was gonna lose. I don't. I honestly didn't take offense from this. I don't know how he took offense from what I said. But that just goes to show more prejudice right there. We get in fights over prejudice all the time. But when you're taking prejudice, manga, and basically overall just depression, and adding that together, and if it's high enough, you will commit suicide. There should be no level of irritation involving manga that will make you commit suicide. It's plain and simple. There is no reason it should happen. And this is what Naruto vs. Sasuke I think is going to do. Okay, if this does not happen, I think there are people instantly, the number of people that watch or read Naruto is going to drop. Okay, first of all, Sasuke's character is ruined now thanks to that fight. Thanks to everybody wanting to read it so freaking bad. Everybody wanted to watch it, see it, read it. The fight is pretty much, to me, it has no purpose anymore. I don't know why they would fight. At this point, there's no point in fighting. They have a common enemy right now. If they were to fight for any reason whatsoever, I just don't know what I would do. Now, when I run around kicking and screaming and like taking all the prejudice I received that day and like accumulating it with them not fighting, with them fighting, and like the depression I've had stored up for a couple weeks, and just like put them together and say, you know what, I'm gonna go kill myself. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay? First of all, I gotta know it's fiction. It is not real. It never will be, more likely than not. 2, the only one of the big 3 that could possibly ever become true is One Piece, and that's only if we discover a lot of fruits that like a devil or like the devil or something pulled out of his ass, because then we would need almost the entire ocean to be completely made of water, like almost the entire earth to become that was the stupidest thing, the entire ocean to be completely made of water. Well, hell, I didn't know it couldn't be. So, but you know what I meant. Like most of the earth made completely just basically covered with water, like more than 70%, like maybe 95% of earth is like just water. So, and also when you look at how long it's taking One Piece, the world would also have to be probably a little bit bigger. So, we would need a bigger planet in general. What I'm trying to say is that don't treat manga as if they are your friends or anything. Now, with shoujos, that is okay. Because 9 times out of 10 in a shoujo, when something tragic happens, it's either expected, you're able to accept it, or it really more shocks you than anything, and it makes you want to keep reading rather than making this. You have these twisted thoughts about depression, prejudice. I know I'm saying these words a lot, but it's what happens in our common society. So I just want you to think on that and like make sure that this Naruto vs. Sasuke fight, one, I know it's not gonna get any more people to read this book just because of this Naruto and Sasuke fight. No one's just gonna go pick up a series because I want to read Naruto vs. Sasuke. That is not gonna be their reason if they start reading Naruto or watching Naruto. That will not be it. But I think Naruto is either gonna lose readers or keep about the same level of readers over the next years because of the Naruto and Sasuke fight. And there's a couple reasons for that I mentioned in this video, but there's plenty more that I'm not going to get to. So that's about it. Remember, always rate, subscribe, and always, I'm going to say this every video, dislike, because if you dislike, then I think that I'm going to rewatch the video until I figure out if there's something you may not have liked. Always remember, do not comment about the camera because I know it's not good, and I just probably won't read it. And if you want to get better contact with me and actually get into a conversation, remember, always PM me and I will always respond, more likely than not. So that is it. I've got nothing else to say. So that's all. Remember, always have a great day.